If you seriously want to get your ex back, then you need to ask yourself a few specific questions. Now, this process may be difficult, but it'll give you so much crucial insight that'll make getting your ex back so much easier. So watch this whole video before you move forward, or you just might ruin any chance you have with your ex. Hi guys, I of course am Brad Browning, author of the best-selling X Factor program and YouTube's most trusted breakup coach for over a decade now. So getting into the topic at hand here, why is it important to answer these 7 questions that we'll cover shortly if you want to get your ex back? Well, first off, planning is really important at this stage. It's so tempting to just plow ahead, call your ex, and tell them how you feel. Unfortunately, as you might know, this approach has a really low success rate. You need to have at least a basic plan laid out. This is going to stop you from making mistakes, it'll ease your mind, and it'll give you the best chance of success. All right, now let's dive into these questions. I would recommend that you write your answers down on paper or on your phone. I know it might feel a little weird, but it's much more effective if you get these thoughts out of your head so that you can really see them and interrogate them fully. So let's start with question number 1 to ask yourself, which is, why do I want my ex back? Now, a lot of people will tell you that you want your ex back for the wrong reasons. And while I do think that's certainly possible, this is really not what I'm saying. I've always believed in second chances. It's one of the reasons why I do what I do, and I'm sure you have some very good reasons for wanting your ex back. But it's good to know these reasons explicitly. So first off, because if your ex straight up asks you why you want them back, you really can't just say, because I love you and I need you. But more than that, you want to have these reasons on hand for your own peace of mind. Whenever you don't know what your next move is, whenever you start to think this is all a waste of time, you just have to return to these reasons to strengthen your resolve and keep going. So think carefully. Why is it that you want another chance with your ex? Do you feel like you two are a perfect match? Do you think that you could build an amazing life together? Do they see you more deeply than anyone else does? Now, the reasons will probably be simple but powerful, and when you see them written down, they should feel just right. Now, of course, there are a few bad reasons for wanting your ex back that will definitely make this process more difficult. So for example, if you only want your ex back because you're sad about the breakup, or maybe you just want them back because your ego is hurt from being dumped, or maybe you just want convenient sex. So think about your real reasons for wanting to get back with your ex. All right, and on to question number 2, how does my ex feel about me right now? Now, you'll probably fail to get your ex back if you don't consider their current emotional state, and more specifically, how they feel about you. Now, this isn't to say that your ex hates your guts right now, and while they may be angry, hurt, and upset, chances are they don't really hate you, despite what they might have said. The truth is that pretty much anyone will have complicated feelings towards their ex after breaking up. When they think of you, they're going to feel sadness, rage, and love all at once. And these confusing feelings will certainly impact your journey to win them back. If you're not sure how your ex is feeling, well, start by thinking back to your most recent interactions with them. What did they say during the breakup? What have they said since? How do they act when you're around? Obviously, if your ex is ignoring you entirely or told you never to contact them, well, then the process of getting them back is going to be more challenging, but it's definitely not necessarily game over. In fact, if your ex is angry at you, that might even be a good thing for your chances of getting them back. Because the truth is that the worst thing your ex can feel towards you is nothing. If your ex is still upset and angry, that means they still care. They're still invested in this relationship for better or for worse. Now, I recommend you take 5 minutes to complete my free quiz at breakupbrad.com/quiz as soon as this video is over to get an even better idea of where your ex is at emotionally and how difficult it's going to be to win them back. Not only will the quiz tell you your chances of getting them back, it's also going to give you a set of specific things that you can start doing right now to begin improving your odds and changing how your ex feels about you and your potential future together. Again, that's at breakupbrad.com/quiz. But now let's move on to question number 3 to ask yourself, which is, why did we break up in the first place? Breakups are so painful that many people want to pretend that they just never happened at all. But since you are trying to win your ex back, you're really going to need to face the truth. This doesn't mean that you should, obsess over what went wrong, and by all means, do not bring this up to your ex, but do take a clear look at the breakup, face your role in it, and use that information to your advantage to help get them back. Now, there is a difference between why your ex said they wanted to break up and the actual reasons that they broke up with you. So for example, if they said they were just too busy, or they needed time to think, or they just wanted to be single for a while, anything like that, well, chances are they're just sparing your feelings and trying to avoid any more unnecessary conflict. So in that case, you're going to have to take a look at the relationship itself. Look at what you fought about, look at the things that seem to be lacking. There's so many reasons that a relationship can end, and obviously if you cheated, lied, broke their trust, didn't prioritize them in the relationship, in those cases, then the problem is probably pretty clear. So what can you do with this information? Well, if you did something truly cruel to your ex, then you'll obviously know that you need to apologize and treat them with more respect. If maybe you lacked affection, then you can definitely be more affectionate towards your ex during the reattraction process when you get to that point. Some problems, on the other hand, you won't be able to fix at all until you're back together, but keep them in the back of your mind for now so that you know what your ex prioritizes and the areas that were lacking in your relationship. Question number 4 to ask yourself, why do I love my ex? Now, obviously, breakups can cause a lot of pain. You and your ex probably said hurtful things to one another, and I'm sure you love your ex, but it's probably buried under, a lot of resentment and anger as well. So before you try to get your ex back, you need to rediscover the love. So ask yourself, what brought us together in the first place? When did I realize I loved them? What makes them special in my eyes? Now, answering these questions probably won't be easy. They're pretty abstract and not always clear, but you do have the answers inside you. And those answers are going to help orient you and remind you of what's important moving forward. Question 5, when did I last talk to my ex? So one of the most important things to keep in mind when reconnecting with your ex is frequency of contact. Basically, you don't want to be talking to your ex all the time after the breakup. This can lead to misunderstandings, it can create resentment, and it can even put you in the friend zone. So while you may think that the more you talk to your ex, the closer you're going to be to getting them back, that's completely incorrect. You really need to shoot for minimal but meaningful and positive conversations with your ex. You want them to be excited to see your name pop up on their phone. And beyond that as well, you need to stop talking to your ex for a serious chunk of time after breaking up. I recommend at least 30 days, as I'm sure you're already aware. And I know that this might seem nearly impossible or sound downright foolish. Many people worry that their ex is going to forget about them during this time apart and just move on. But the truth is that this period of separation is actually essential if you want a second chance with your ex. Now, I have made a previous video about why your ex won't forget about you during no contact, so check that out by clicking the pop-up in the corner here or clicking the link in the description below to watch that video next. Now, the time apart from your ex during no contact accomplishes a few things. First, it gives you and your ex time to cool down. Obviously, emotions are running hot right now, and that can lead to arguments and misunderstandings. You're not going to be able to forget about the breakup just yet, so this negative event will be hanging over you and any interaction you might have with your ex, even if you never talk about it directly. And the same goes for your ex, who will slowly start to forget about the bad parts of your relationship and the reasons that they wanted to break up the longer you're not speaking with them. And the 30 days apart also gives you a chance to work on yourself. And self-improvement is going to help you regain the confidence that you've lost in the breakup and get a sense of forward momentum that you can actually use to rebuild things with your ex. And finally, the time apart during no contact will make your ex miss you like crazy. And this is really the key, the real secret behind no contact. And that is that for your ex to want you back, they need to miss you. And for them to miss you, you need to be absent from their life. It's really that simple. Now, I've made many other videos on how to employ no contact properly in the past, and I will link again to a couple of the best ones in the description below, so be sure to watch those next if you are about to engage in a period of no contact. Question number 6, how am I going to do things differently this time around? Now, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, if you go back into the same relationship you had with your ex, it's all going to end the same way unless you make some changes. Luckily, if you've done this exercise up to this point, then you should have some idea of where things went wrong in the relationship, so you should also know what you need to change this time around. Obviously, since you're not together right now, you won't really be able to implement most of these changes, but it's good to be aware of them both for yourself and for your ex. Because you know that they're going to ask this question at some point down the line, and you should have a well thought out answer ready. But for now, just take note of how you want your relationship to be different next time. And this will obviously depend on your specific relationship, but I'd aim for, better communication, treating the relationship as a priority, and maintaining that connection despite what else is going on in your lives. Now, if you are struggling with any of these questions, and you may be pretty confused about what your next steps are for getting your ex back, thankfully, I'm here for you. I offer one-on-one coaching where I work with you to create a specific plan tailored to your situation. If you want to learn more about coaching, just check out breakupbrad.com/coaching. My coaching is private, simple, effective, and you can get started right now as long as I have some availability. Again, go to breakupbrad.com/coaching. And now let's move on to the final question, number 7. How is my life different without my ex around? So a breakup can leave a huge hole in your life and in your heart, obviously. And this isn't something that's easily mended, but it is a great opportunity for reflection. So when you're with somebody all the time, it can become really difficult to actually see them and what they bring to the relationship because it's ever present. It's almost like they fade into the wallpaper. And this, of course, is what we call taking someone for granted. But now that they're gone, it's going to become clear exactly what it was that they brought into your life. Warmth, affection, love. Of course it was those things, but dig deeper. Maybe you missed the way they sang in the shower or the way they squeezed you when they walked by. These are all things that are unique to your ex, and they're the small things that are going to be imprinted on your memory. And at the end of the day, they become the things that you miss the most. All right, that just about does it for this video. I hope that you're on your way to answering these questions for yourself. Don't skip any of them. And I encourage you, like I said earlier, to write them down, the answers down on paper. It might be a painful and difficult process. It might feel a little weird, but these answers can be key to winning your ex back in the long run. Thanks for watching, guys. I wish you the very best of luck. And while you're here, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other questions to ask or anything else I missed, of course, leave it in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Thanks for giving your feedback. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.